Do you have a hobby that you'd like to turn into a career? Well, there's a quote by Mark Anthony that says, "If you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life." Oftentimes we have gifts and interests, but we think that's it. It's just something I do in my spare time when I'm bored. But if you love what you do and you're passionate about it, why not make it work for you on a larger scale? Some people have dream jobs. They love what they do. It's not stressful or dreadful like some jobs can be. Imagine doing what you love as a career. Now, it might not be as simple as it sounds. There's literally a lot of work that goes into a career and getting it off the ground. So let's talk about some tips that can make that happen.
Before you start building a business, you need to ensure that you have enough money for the initial investments. Do you have enough money saved to cover the cost of buying any materials or equipment you need to get started? Do you have a fund for emergencies or sufficient savings to support yourself as your business is getting started? If you don't have the money, are you qualified for a loan, or could you borrow money from family and friends? These are all things you need to think about as you consider whether it is worth turning your hobby into a career. If you have little or no experience with creating a financial plan or estimating costs, then you may want to consider seeking a consultation with an accountant or a financial advisor.
You got to be honest with yourself. Is this the right time? Although it might be a great idea, you have to take some things, like about your time frame and the timeline that you're looking at and see if it's realistic. Your personal life is a great example. Are you getting married soon, planning a big move, starting a family? Things like that would let you know if this is the right time to make that transition. You need persistence. And it's more likely to bring stress in those areas if you're, that's just kind of overwhelming.
If you're going to start a business, you will need to get the word out as soon as possible in order to attract potential clients. Even if you aspire to attract business on a national scale, start small. Consider creating posters or business cards to hand out to people and share your promotional material with local businesses, or get an advertisement published in your local paper or newsletter. On a larger scale, you can promote your business for free on social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, or even build your own website.
Criticism and feedback, you want to pay attention to whether it's positive or negative. People who have done this before, they'll tell you that they've heard the word no a lot. But you must be persistent and heed the advice of others. Current and successful business owners have heard the word no and had doors slammed in their faces probably more times than they can count. But they let their passion drive them. So just keep going.
Every so often, it's good to make sure you are on track with where you think you want to be and where you actually are as you grow your business. If, for example, you earned less than you had hoped for during a certain period of time, then you may want to look at investing more in promoting your product or target audience. Or if you are experiencing a spike in clients, you might want to use those extra funds to pay for more equipment, materials, or a space to set up shop.
We often hear go big or go home, right? Well, you can have a big idea and still keep it simple. You don't want to overwhelm yourself or get discouraged and throw in the towel just because you bit off more than you can chew. So start small. If you enjoy baking, you're probably not going to run out tomorrow and buy a building just for a bakery, but unless you have the money, you can start with baking cakes and cookies and cupcakes, sell that from your home until you make enough money to buy more supplies or invest in your business. Take some time to perfect your craft also. I have what's called a bar of soap theory. So if you have soap that you sell and you want to put it in my store, I'm going to ask you, what's so special about your soap that's going to be different from the other 50 soaps that I already sell in my store, right? You want to make sure that what you have is ready to go. Having a good support team will do wonders for you. You may need people to make calls, print flyers, handle social media, or even help you create your product. You'll need all hands on deck trying to do this because you can't do it by yourself. That's where burnout and frustration comes in. Everybody needs a good support team. They say teamwork makes the dream work. So, hey, grab your friends, those that believe in you, those that support you, those that want to see your dream come to fruition, and delegate the things that they're good at into those areas that you're going to need help in.
Thank you for joining us today. Remember, OhioMeansJobs gives you the tools you need to get the job you want and the employees you need.